Hello everyone, and welcome to the International Rescue Committee's video on forms of payment and tracking sales. We're going to talk about something that directly affects your success as a vendor or small business owner, how you get paid and how you track your money. It's not just about selling your product, it's about making sure you can actually receive payment in multiple ways and keep accurate records. By the end of the session, you'll understand different payment options and how to stay organized so you can grow your business over time. Here is an overview of the different ways customers might pay you. Each one serves a different type of customer. Cash is the most basic and universal, while checks are less common today but still used in some situations. Card payments through tools like Square allow you to accept credit and debit cards, which many customers prefer. We also have digital payment apps like Venmo and Cash App, which are especially popular with younger customers. Finally, there are public benefit options like EBT SNAP and WIC, which are extremely important if you sell food at markets because they allow low-income customers to purchase from you. The key takeaway here is the more payment options you accept, the more customers you can serve. Cash is the simplest form of payment and the one most people understand. You keep 100% of the money, there are no transaction fees, which is a big advantage. It also works for everyone since no technology or bank account is needed. However, there are some responsibilities. You need to bring enough change, keep your cash organized, and use a secure cash box. There's also a risk of theft or losing money if you're not careful. So, while cash is essential, it requires good habits to manage safely. Checks are less common today, but you may still encounter them, especially with certain customers or wholesale buyers. If you accept checks, it's very important to verify that everything is correct. Make sure your name is spelled correctly, the amount matches, and the check is signed. Checks don't have fees, which is a benefit, but they come with risk. Specifically, there is a possibility that the check could not be deposited if there aren't enough funds. Also, you'll need a bank account to deposit it. This photo on the right shows the key parts of a valid check so you know exactly what to look for, including your name, the correct amount of money, and a signature from the buyer. Now let's look at card payments. Many customers prefer to pay using a credit or debit card. To accept these, you'll need a point-of-sale system like Square. With this method, you can accept tap-to-pay, chip cards, and mobile wallets like Apple Pay and Google Pay. This is important because many customers no longer carry cash. Another big advantage is that these systems automatically track your sales, making your bookkeeping much easier. But note that there is a fee of around 2.6% plus 10 cents per transaction. Even with that fee, many businesses find it worthwhile because it increases overall sales and simplifies record keeping. Now let's look at digital payment apps. These are apps on your phone that let customers send money directly to you. First is Cash App is free, so you usually keep all the money you receive. It is very popular, so many customers already use it, but there are some risks. It is not fully protected and insured by a central bank. Also, the customer must have Cash App to pay you. So, it is easy and common, but it will not work for everyone. Next is Venmo. Venmo is also free and very popular, especially with younger customers. It is simple and fast to use. But like Cash App, it is not fully protected like a bank, and the customer must have Venmo to use it. So Venmo is a good option, but not for every customer. Finally, we have Zelle. Zelle is free and works directly with many banks. The money goes quickly from one bank account to another. But it only works if both banks support Zelle, and it can be harder to fix problems if something goes wrong. So Zelle is fast, but it depends on the bank. So digital payments are fast and easy, but not everyone uses the same app, so it is best to offer these together with cash or cards. Now let's talk about public benefit payments. These are government programs that help people buy food. If you accept them, you can serve more customers and increase your sales. First are EBT and SNAP benefits. EBT stands for Electronic Benefits Transfer. SNAP stands for the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. At many farmers markets, customers do not pay you directly with their EBT card. Instead, they go to a central market booth. There, they use their EBT card and receive tokens. These tokens are like cash that they can spend at your stand. Some markets also offer something called Market Match. This gives customers extra money. For example, if they spend $10, they may get another $10 for free. This means they can buy more from you. To accept EBT, you usually need to work with your local market and sign up in advance. This payment type is important because it helps people who need support, and it can bring more customers to your business. Next is WIC. WIC is a program for women, infants, and children. It helps families buy healthy food. Some markets accept WICE cards or paper checks. The exact system depends on your location, so it is important to check what your local market uses. To accept WIC, you must become an approved vendor. This usually means applying through your state or local program. WIC customers can only buy certain foods, so you need to know which of your products qualify. So, EBT and WIC are special payment types that help you reach more customers. They may take a little more setup, but they are very valuable for your business and your community. Now, let's look at this comparison chart. This chart helps you understand the differences between each payment type so you can decide what is best for your business. First, look at fees. Cash, checks, digital apps, and EBT or WICE usually have no fees, so you keep all your money. Card payments, like Square, do have a small fee for every transaction. So here, the question is, do you want to pay a small fee for convenience or avoid fees but limit payment options? Next is how easy it is to get started. Cash is the easiest. You just need a cash box. Checks and card systems like Square take a little more setup. Digital apps and EBT or WIC take more time. You may need to download apps or apply for approval. So some options are quick to start, while others take more preparation. Now, look at what the customer needs. For cash, the customer needs nothing. This is the simplest option. For checks, they need a checkbook. For cards, they need a debit or credit card. For digital payments, they need the same app as you. For EBT or WIC, they need their benefit card. This is important because it affects who can buy from you. Next is risk. Cash can be lost or stolen. Checks can be returned if there is no money in the bank. Card and digital payments usually have lower risk because they go through a system. EBT and WIC also have low risk once you are approved. So each payment type has a different kind of risk you need to understand. Finally, the best for row shows when each payment type is most useful. Cash works for everyone. Checks are often used for larger or wholesale orders. Card payments are good for almost all customers. Digital apps are best for people who are comfortable with technology. EBT and WIC are important for customers who use food assistance programs. So this chart shows that each payment method has strengths and weaknesses. The best choice is not just one, it is a combination. If you accept multiple payment types, you can serve more customers and increase your sales. Once you start accepting payments, organization is critical. A locked cash box with organized bills helps you avoid mistakes and makes transactions smoother. On the other hand, keeping loose cash in your pocket is risky. It can lead to lost money, errors, and no clear record of sales. Developing good habits early will save you time and stress later. Now let's talk about tracking your sales. This is very important for your business. Selling your product is not enough. You also need to know exactly how much you are earning and what is happening in your business. First, tracking your sales helps you know how much money you make. At the end of the day or market, you should be able to say, "This is my total sales." Second, it helps you understand what sells best. For example, maybe one product sells very fast and another does not sell much. This helps you decide what to bring next time. Third, tracking helps you plan. If you know what sold well, you can bring more of that item to your next market. Fourth, it is very important for taxes and legal records. You need to show how much money your business makes. And finally, tracking helps your business grow over time. You can see your progress and make better decisions. Now let's go over 3 important words. A receipt is proof that a sale happened. It shows what was sold and how much was paid. An invoice is like a receipt, but used when the customer pays later. It includes a due date and how to pay. A sales log is your full record. It is where you write down all your sales, day by day or market by market. For example, imagine you sell vegetables at a market. You sell 10 bundles of herbs and 5 bags of greens. If you write this down, you can see what sold more. Next time, you might bring more herbs and fewer greens. This is how tracking helps you improve your business. A receipt is proof that a sale happened. Every time you sell something, you should give a receipt to your customer and keep a copy for yourself. This helps you stay organized and protects you if there is a problem later. A good receipt should include a few important things, including the date, so you know when the sale happened, the customer's name if possible, the item sold so it is clear what they bought, the total price so there is no confusion, and the payment type like cash, card, or app. For example, if a customer comes back and has a question, the receipt helps you quickly see what happened. Receipts are also important for your records, especially for taxes. So always give one and always keep one. There are 2 main types of receipts, paper and digital. Paper receipts are simple. You can buy a receipt book, write the information, and give the top copy to the customer. You keep the other copy. They are good because they always work, even if your phone dies or there is no internet. Digital receipts are created using a system like Square. These receipts can be sent by email or text. They are stored automatically so you don't lose them. They also look more professional and include detailed information. Many businesses use both. For example, you can use digital receipts for card payments and paper for cash. The important thing is, always keep a record, no matter which method you use. An invoice is similar to a receipt, but it is used when the customer pays later. An invoice includes what the customer bought, the total amount, a due date, which tells the customer when to pay, and instructions on how to pay. For example, if a restaurant buys a large order from you, they might not pay right away. You send them an invoice and they pay later. Invoices are common for wholesale or repeat customers. Using invoices helps you stay professional and makes it clear when and how you will get paid. Now let's look at the sales log. A sales log is where you write down everything you sell. It helps you understand your money and your products. In your sales log, you record the item, how much you brought, the price, how many you sold, and the total money you made. Looking at this example, you can see that green onions sold almost all the way out, which means they are very popular. You can also see that lowering the price of mustard greens helped sell more. This kind of information helps you understand what works. A sales log helps you make better decisions. You can bring more of what sells well and less of what does not. You can also test prices and see what customers like. Try to fill out your sales log every day while the information is still fresh. Even a simple notebook works well. Now let's look at how your sales grow over time. When you track your sales regularly, you can compare different years and see your progress. In this example, sales were about $4,300 in 2021, then about $5,200 in 2022, and then increased to over $9,700 in 2023. This is a big increase. It shows strong growth in the business. This kind of information helps you understand what is working. Maybe you brought better products, went to better markets, or improved your setup. By looking at your numbers, you can learn what helped your sales grow. You can also track your sales by month or by market. This helps you see when you sell the most and where you sell the most. Then you can plan better, for example, bringing more products to busy markets or during busy seasons. So, tracking your sales over time helps you see your progress and make better decisions. It turns your records into a clear picture of how your business is growing. Now, let's discuss exactly what you should track and some best practices on how to stay organized. You should track all your income from every sale, any tax records if required, your receipts and invoices, your expenses like supplies or seeds, and notes for planning like what to grow or bring next time. Now let's talk about best practices. Keep everything in one place like a folder or box. This makes it easy to find later. Do not throw anything away. Even small records can be important. Track everything carefully, including your time and expenses, not just your sales. And most importantly, keep your money safe. Lock it up at the end of the day. Good habits make your business stronger and easier to manage. You are now ready to get paid. You know how to accept different payment types, and you understand how to track your sales and stay organized. Let's review the key points. Accept different types of payment so more customers can buy. Always give receipts and keep records. Fill out your sales log every time. Keep your money safe and organized. And track your progress over time. If you do these things, you will build a strong and successful business. Thank you for watching, and good luck!